Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. It's me and Don in here. We're going to have some fun with rhythm and rosters today. We're going to talk about sports and we're going to talk about music, any genre of music that we're going on. We've been away for a couple of weeks, but we're back, and we're going to miss next week too. But we're here.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to have fun, talk about sports and music because we both. I'm a sports dude and a music dude. Don's a more of a music dude than me. He's a technical dude. He's a DJ. I'm a wannabe. So we just kind of sit here and vibe off each other and have good conversation. What's up, Don?
Man, I'm chilling. So first of all, I got to clarify something. You're not a wannabe anymore. So I will definitely say, faster than most, you've mastered the music thing because you have an ear for music. And DJing today is basically mostly about having an ear for music. It's not the technical aspect because you don't have to scratch a whole lot. You're not doing that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Most people DJ a whole party won't scratch one time. Um, Most of the parties that I DJ, I might scratch in the earphones to get my rhythm together before I let it go. But as far as like out in for the public to hear, I ain't scratching that much. People don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But so you're not a wannabe. You just need to explore, maybe do a party or two, like not even do a whole party, but just get on the turntables on a party or whatever. And I'll have that opportunity for you coming up, sometime early next year or whatever. But let's talk music tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's shop this music thing. All right. So tonight's topic is in music, what's beef, right? So there's a difference between fabricated beef, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fabricated beef is where somebody's album getting ready to drop, they pick a fight with somebody, so people start talking about them, and now they're looking for the album to see what kind of diss tracks are gonna come on it, right?
Right.
Then you got real hip hop beef, right? Real hip hop beef is far beyond hip hop. It's when you take it to the streets, you know what I'm saying? Cats are shooting at each other, acting up or whatever. That's real beef. That's different.
Violence that needs to be not contributed to the game. Let's keep it on wax like L and Mo D, Ice T, and Ice Cube.
And KRS and Shan, you know what I'm saying? Even Nas and Jay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they kept it on wax. They talked about each other. They may have hit below the belt a little bit, but they kept it on wax. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody dying. Nobody worried. Anybody house getting shot up and all the nonsense like that, like these drill rappers. I honestly hate drill rap with a passion. I ain't gonna lie, because it's taking too many young brothers. And the thing about you got millionaires getting killed or sent to jail. This street shit, man.
Like we've lost some really good talent. I don't know if you've ever heard of this dude. Well, he didn't die because of no beef, but we lost some really good talent. Fred the Godson, I think his name is.
Oh, Fred, he died from COVID.
Yeah, he died from COVID, but he was
lyrical beast.
I finally got to really sit back and listen to some of his tracks. I listened to a freestyle he did on a radio show. Dude was a beat. Yo, rest in peace.
Yo, listen.
So
before you go on, when I first heard Fred the Godson that was on, I think I'm gonna say, what's your boy the DJ in New York?
Enough? No,
it wasn't Enough. It was
Funkmaster Flex.
Funkmaster Flex. And they was rolling. He was rolling. I was like, oh, this dude's fire. First thing I did was go to his go on Apple and try his music. And he was an up and coming artist, so this shit was flames, right? So next time I heard of him, it was him and Joel Ortiz. Man, when I tell you I was hardly impressed with that him and Joel Ortiz collabo album, it was crazy. Son.
So Joel was the brains behind Dipset, as far as the writing wise. He wrote a lot of Dipset stuff.
Right.
Joe Ortiz is really a beast with the music. But he took a lot more of a background, because you heard about Joe Ortiz, but you didn't hear about him as much as Cameron and what's your boy Jim Jones, Mace. Like, you didn't hear about him as much as them.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the background, he was really doing some major things for that group.
So sometimes the back is where you need to be.
You know,
everybody don't need to be up front. We had this conversation the other day. Remember, you were just sitting around bullshit. It was like, if you look at Cash Money, everybody was out front, but Slim is the money. You feel
Slim's the money.
Jay-Z and Dame Dash Rockefeller, Kareem Biggs.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Everything you do, and this goes to life. Sometimes you just need to sit back and chill. Sometimes because the background,
Manny Fresh.
Because think about everybody that came from the background. I'm gonna just drop some names here. You had Jeffrey Osborne was a backup singer. Luther was a backup singer. Neo was a backup singer. Sometimes playing the front don't get you what you need, but you eventually get there. You feel what I'm saying? Like when in rappers, you come to the forefront. Like Busta Rhymes, when he came out with Leaders of the New School, we heard about that. And he told the story about it. Sometimes the dude he's more than what the dudes are. And he has to go off on his own because he got to go. So,
like with Bus and Lita, everybody knew Bus was the dude. You know what I'm saying? Dinko D, they couldn't. Was it Dinko? Yeah.
I don't know all their names.
I think it was Dinko D and. Or am I putting him with the wrong group? But anyway, the other two cats couldn't hold water to him. Right. That's why he would always try to position himself to let them get off first, so that everybody kind of gets their notoriety, and then he would go ahead and hit his track, his verse.
But even with the Wu, we knew about Raekwon and all that, but Meth seemed to just jump straight out.
Yeah, the Wu was a
conglomerate though. Don't get it wrong.
The Wu was a different.
But Meth seemed to be the one. Like you always got one. It's always one.
Meth has always been my fave in the Wu.
But Raekwon and
Raekwon and Ghost,
they always like. I like the Risen the Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard. They good. But but when Meth jump out there, whatever. When he took down old dude from the New School, the battle.
Yeah.
Head to them. It's just some things that you can't, and younger rappers. Now, I think I sent you the video when they said the biggest problem between today's rappers and yesterday's rappers. There aren't many lyrical today's rappers that can flow over a hip hop beat, a true grimy, gritty, Mob Deep type beat.
That's what impressed me about Fred the Godson. They threw an old school track up there, and his cadence still stayed with it. He didn't have to mumble rap and that like that. He still stayed with it. So that's why I brought him up. So Wu, Onyx, right?
Skullduggery, but MOP.
Well, MOP was just two of them, and they really played off of each other.
And
it's hard for one to really do it without
the Locks.
Yeah, Jada.
Jada.
I mean, like, if there was no Jada, would the Locks really have shined? Probably not.
Well, we got to understand, and I'll get everybody that we came from an era where lyrics mattered more than anything. The beat was everything. And we got to go back, because I read something the other day, right? And it was thinking about the most lyrical. They said the top 5 most lyrical dudes of all time. You feel what I'm saying? But I say it's just like basketball, just like sports, just like football. You got to go era to era. Like, but we came on, the most lyrical dude that ever touched a mic was Rakim.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? He made everybody else. In case y'all don't know, he made the Canes. He made everybody else came behind me. The EPMDs, what's my name? Shit. The Gangstarz. What's my name? Lord Finesse. He made them dudes. He made them. There was a calculate. Like the 16 bars he put in place was different than anybody else's 16.
And if you realize back in the days, now he's changed up a little bit with his last couple of albums, but back in the days when he first came out, he didn't curse at all on his tracks.
Nothing.
Not one time.
The 18th letter was the last one he did before this last album, and the 18th letter was fire. But unfortunately, we were the ones checking for that.
Of course. Yeah. That wasn't for the masses. That was for the diehard back in the days remember from like Paid in Full and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the cats that remembered him because he said something on a skit on I think it was the 18th letter joint on the album. And he was like how he used to come through. So when Rakim used to come through Fort Greene Projects, you know what I'm saying? Cats would literally be like, yo, it's the God. You know what I'm saying? And they would always ask him, yo, when are you going to drop something else? When are you going to drop something else? But at that time,
he didn't act.
Him and Eric B.
What was going on?
Fell out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Eric B fell out. And once they fell out, now you got to remember, Rakim came up in a time when it was Me and My DJ.
Yeah.
Gangstar came through with a time and it was Me and My DJ. You know what I'm saying? Me and Premier.
The Root.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Guru Premier.
So now when you take him and you split him up, now he has to sit there and change his thought process. Now I got to work with cats. I don't know. I got to work with producers. I don't know.
But did we know? I know I didn't know. And I'm going to be real with you. As much hip hop as I am, and I'm hip hop. I love good hip hop. I didn't know Rakim was a DJ.
Hmm?
Never knew that. Because
most MCs back then started out as DJs.
And when I fit out Run was a DJ.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that till later on in life, but that's because I'm willing to learn about the culture.
RZA, Meth, Jizza, all three DJs. They used to do a set where one person would be DJing, right? House parties.
Right.
One person's DJing, the other person's by the light switch. That person would turn off the lights, and when the lights come back on, when somebody else is DJing, and then the lights would go out again, and they would switch out, and they would do that throughout the party. So yeah, Meth is a DJ, RZA, of course, you know what I'm saying, and then the Genius, you know what I'm saying, Jizza, it was a DJ.
But think about how many, we went to parties and how we party versus today, and I hate to use today because we could go to house parties, basement parties, smoke a little weed, drink a little drink. All you worried about is chasing the chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. I mean, every now and then you get a little skirmish, somebody get popped off or, whatever. It comes with every now and again. But today's music incites violence.
Yeah.
Everybody beefing with everybody.
Yeah.
And there's no need. Like, then that leads to segue into Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
All right. So, question. Do we consider this hip-hop beef or is this real beef?
The way I read, and it was like some old personal level where you're like using coke and your kids do this and blah, blah, blah. But made it even more crazy is that an R&B chick came out dissing Nicki. You know what I'm saying? I heard the whole R&B song. I was like, geez, Mo Nicki. And I'm not sure, and this is where I'm going to stand on it. Like she said, what's Nicki, 43 years old? 40 something.
I don't even know how old they are.
They 40 something, and the Cardi's like probably early 30s, maybe late early 30s. I'm gonna give Cardi early 30s. In this generation, it's enough place to get money. Cardi get money, Nicki get money. Yo, chill, fall back. That ain't your generation. If you 10 years away, your generation is past. You need to stay making music for your generation. Don't change. Just go with what you got today because your generation is going to check for you.
So here's the thing with that beef, right? I think at first, and this is my opinion. I have zero facts to back this up. At first, it was Cardi was getting ready to drop her album, right? She needed and she hadn't dropped the album in a while. Right. This is only her second album, really.
But she has a lot of features,
right? But this is only her second album, so she's getting ready to drop her album. She need everybody to focus back on her music,
right?
So now I gotta start controversy. 50 did it. A whole lot of people did it. You know what I'm saying? It's not new to hip hop. That's what hip hop's all about. I'm getting ready to drop my album and you stir some controversy so people can start talking about me. And then I can go ahead and let them know, oh, my album's coming out and everybody's looking for a diss track off that album associated with that controversy, right?
I'm at disagree.
But then once you start getting personal, right? And there's a certain level of personal that you can get where you can skirt the line, but still stay within a cool level. I'll show you what I mean. Jay-Z and Nas was beefing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z dropped
the moment, you talking about that one when they was on the stage, sickle cell. When
he got with
Mobb Deep and he got with all them.
So yeah, which is
I can't think of the name of the track, but we all know Ether, and we all know all the rest of the tracks.
What the hell was the name of that? Anyway,
such a lame.
So when he dropped that, he was skirting the lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was skirting the line of, I'm gonna say just enough to irritate you, but I ain't gonna put none of your business in the street. And remember the part where he said, "Cause you know who, did you know what, but you know who."
Yeah.
So that's him skirting the line. Because everybody who knew what the situation was knew what the situation was, right? Mm-hmm. Then here comes Nas. Nas drops Ether,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Ether is going below the belt,
right?
I'm calling gay, and I'm calling you this and that.
How many Biggie rounds gonna come out your big lips? Yeah,
so now
crazy.
Jay got to come back super ugly. You know what I'm saying? And now he's really talking about exactly what goes on. You know what I'm saying? How I smashed your chick in the back of your truck and left a condom in your baby car seat. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm letting you know you should have left it where I was skirting the line and left it there.
But listen, what was more deadlier than no Vaseline?
Oh, nothing. West Coast beef's different.
That cube.
West Coast beef's different. West Coast don't skirt the line, and that's why when Pac came out, we hit him up. Remember, Pac was out west.
Right.
He's fucking with West Coast niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Pac came out with Hit 'Em Up, and he was he was not skirting the line. He was going below the belt.
Our 4-4 make sure all your kids don't grow.
Talking about who hit your wife and all this and that. So before Pac did that, after Pac did that, Biggie dropped the joint with Bone Thug.
Oh, well, remember the track that didn't come out. They wouldn't let it come out.
They wouldn't let it come out.
Right.
Biggie came out with the track with Bone Thug, right?
Right.
And so Biggie is still trying to skirt the line, even though Pac went below the belt. Biggie was still trying to skirt the line. But Bone Thug was like, yo, we don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to skirt the line.
They're from
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
We're gonna talk. If you want us to talk about this beef, we're gonna talk about this beef. If you don't want us to talk about this beef, then you don't talk about the beef, and we don't want to talk about the beef. Mm-hmm. They came through and they was just like hitting below the belt and like beating it up.
Well, be like, yo, listen. Rap beef stuff like Ice Cube and Ice-T, Mo D, Cool J. It is what the fuck it is. Ja Rule and 50 Cent. And that shit, 50 just said that day, that shit's lifetime. They ain't never squashed it.
Yeah, because Ja tried to squash it.
Like 50, they fuck you.
But see, 50
is about keep
troll, yo.
50 is more of a troll, but that troll money is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because when NBA Youngboy came at him, you ain't telling me 50 ain't put that in the head. Yo, come at me. I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because NBA Youngboy and 50 on two different levels. You feel what I'm saying? On two different plantations. But if you want to get put on, you want to get in the movie, 50 is the man to see. You want to expand your shit, come holler at me.
Question, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you favor the person more so who consistently starts beef, or the ones that just sit back, okay, if you bring it to me, I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to you. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and chill. I'm going to live my life and stay quiet.
So it depends on where you're at in your life.
Mm.
From billionaire status on Jay-Z level, y'all don't mean shit to me, y'all motherfuckers. Y'all beneath me. I'm walking, I'm hanging up here, I'm good. I ain't gotta respond to no negative, no nothing. I'm just sitting here, let my lawyers highlight, 50 is a different dude, yo. He's still a street dude. Remember, he explained it to you. I'm a rapper, I'm not a mogul. Because when you're a mogul, you're responsible for what you say. You have to answer to people. Me not taking the mogul or the top tier shit lets me into another lane that I can always beef with a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I still think that 50 is beyond that shit. Like
he is, but he don't have to be. Because
he shouldn't have to be.
Because guess what? It's like this, show. When you know this, and we all grew up like this, show. Role models, they ain't.
No, they're not supposed to be.
And they ain't, you know,
and I
role model, they ain't.
I ain't trying to put them in
like
that level.
But you gotta, though, if you give me the King of Patty, it's 50.
Yeah, but
it's funny most of the time, yo. And it keeps it going. Guess how, yo, that motherfucker probably every yo, NBA young boy 50.
But here's the
What
thing.
he say? You feel what I'm saying? Roxanne Shante and the real Roxanne.
Yeah, but so back then that's different. You know what I'm saying? We was teenagers. They was teenagers back then. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga's 40 years old, 40 plus. 50 Cent gotta be 50 fucking years old now.
50 is 50.
He's gotta be 50.
And Jay is 56, 57.
Yeah, Jay is, I want to say 50, 56,
55, 56.
Yeah.
Cool Jay is 50, he right up there with us.
Like how long are you gonna do this shit?
Yo, let me ask you a question, yo. The best troll 50 Cent ever did, yo, to me, was when it was crazy. What's the chick that used to be on TV?
He's 50.
The
He's
chick
a year younger than me. Wow.
The chick that had the show. Angie, what was her name?
Angie Martinez?
No, the other one. The one that had the show.
Angela Yee.
No, the other chick. What was her name?
There was another chick?
Yeah, the one that had her own TV show, not radio show. And she got sick and whatnot. You know, thought she had schizophrenia. Her son took over her shit.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Oh shit! What's the chick name? She always the tea.
Wendy Williams.
Right.
Wendy Williams.
But when that nigga did that troll shit where she fell out on stage and the car driving by, yo, come on, son. If that wasn't the funniest shit you ever saw. And you understand it works for certain. I tell sometimes you expect too much out of a motherfucker. At this level, I expect 50 to be 50. Like I expect you to be, you're not gonna argue with nobody. You're gonna let me do it. You're gonna let me jump out there.
I expect 50 to grow the fuck up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow the fuck up. Come on now.
We don't have to, yo. It's the rap game.
He ain't even rapping no more. He's just being a fucking.
But he's really
a troll.
He's really a mogul, yeah.
No, he's a fucking.
I can be a troll.
He's an internet fucking troll.
I can be a troll sometimes. Yeah. I jump out there and do shit on spite.
Yeah, but you ain't got 500 million behind your name, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you had 500 million, some of the shit you do, I'd be like, hey, yo, stop, son. You worth 500 million. I think it's time to fucking quit.
I worth $50 though.
You 1,000 in, nigga. That nigga's.
I don't even think I'm there.
That nigga's a million.
Now since Trump took off, I think I'm like 25. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
At times, you need to, and that's why Ja was like, you know what I'm saying? All right, it's time to squash this shit. Like, come on, girl.
You know what I think gonna happen? Like, yo, 50 is doing so much, yo. The crazy thing is, you know, he got the shows jumping off. He built the thing down in Memphis, Louisiana. Is it Memphis or Louisiana? Where he built a studio. He built studios.
Oh,
like, he built a studio. Like, he went down there. I want to say it's New Orleans and one of them down there.
Which is crazy.
He bought land because they bought it. They gave him a tax break. He's going to do his own studio. Which is like, yo, this dude is moving. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't just sitting still. He moved it.
Nah, he's been moving. He's
always been fluid.
He made some really, really good moves.
Like when they asked Jay-Z about 50, he's like, yo, 50 is 50. And once you know who a person is,
you let him be who they are. I get that.
And he ain't harming me. I think 50 is one of the funniest motherfuckers out there. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I mean,
you want to get a good laugh, yo.
I mean, I guess, you know, if you made your money off of being a clown, keep being a clown.
Hey, listen, How to Rob and Get Rich in the Industry was a hot track.
It was. It was. Until that shit almost started coming back towards him, and he had to back up off of that shit with certain people.
He already been shot, yo. Him and Jada done beef, him and Ja done beef, listen.
Yeah, but there's certain people who he beef with, and he had to back away from that beef real quick because there's a lot of dudes who only know how to do the street. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know how to take count. I get what you say.
They don't know how to keep it hip hop. Redman said it best. I'm not gonna waste my album time on you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come knocking at your door.
Well, listen, that nigga's so old. These niggas, I ain't knocking nobody to a 50.
Now, this was back in the day. This was back when during different beefs.
If words fucking hurt you, yo, you need to find a new life. You know what I'm saying? You need to do something with yourself. Let's be clear. But you know what I'm saying? Outside of putting hands on a motherfucker, that's the thing we meant. Your words ain't never hurt a motherfucker.
Yeah, but if
we got to fight in school because it's your mama.
Yeah. There's still a word. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still certain levels to this shit that you take it, and certain people don't take kindly to certain levels. You know what I'm saying?
Redman told the story about, you heard the story about him and Hammer?
Nah.
He said what was one of the rap songs? Him and Third Base, they was on that track together.
Okay.
He said, when I ran into Hammer, he said, man, look, I take a lot of stuff. They were talking about my mama. When they went out to the Bay Area, they had to. So he said, Hammer's about that life.
So the West Coast handles things very much differently from the East Coast, and then the South handles it a whole different way.
Wow.
So West Coast will go so far as to book you for a show just to set you up.
Yeah, it will.
You know what I'm saying? They'll spend the money because when you book a show, you got to pay up front. They'll spend that money.
Who went down there or something like that?
Biggie.
They said Fat Joe said he was down there for something. We were somewhere in the same shit like you motherfuckers know.
E40 did that shit to Biggie.
Yeah,
and a lot of people died. I don't know if that story was like
I never heard that story, but
So E40 got a promoter, paid a promoter to book Biggie to come down into a show, to do a show. When Biggie got off the plane, when he got to the venue, there was no show. Niggas had him in the back alley and pulled out on him.
I heard some things like that. I heard when Snoop came up here to see Nas. And that's when he realized Nas was who was real, Queensbridge. He's like, yo, he's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
So
he said Braveheart QBs and the shit was real. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is a little different everywhere you go. And that's the one thing I had to learn. When I went into traveling like from different states, because and you've said this shit before, New York is arrogant as fuck. We just always felt like it's us and then it's everybody else. Like we real and then there's everybody else. And then I started traveling. You know what I'm saying? So when I first used to travel between New York and Boston, but that's a beef no matter what. You know what I'm saying? New York to Boston,
you got your boy Brick City and all that shit up there.
Boston don't like New York. New York don't like Boston.
And why?
That's a beef. So it goes.
Fucking Boston's racist as fuck. They show like all black people up there.
Nah. Boston and New York. So it goes back to the what's the name? To the baseball days. Red Sox,
Boston,
and Red Sox, Yankees, and then they're just extended to the people, and then the people are like, well, the white people don't like New Yorkers, so we must not like New Yorkers either.
Cause y'all some beef for motherfuckers. Boston, y'all beef.
But when
we got the Redskins in Nashville right now. See, we don't get the family getting at like y'all motherfuckers get at.
Yeah, we get at each other.
What is crazy?
But when I started traveling down south, Midwest, Chicago, Detroit, and I realized that the beef with New Yorkers because of our arrogance, oh my God, yo.
So a rapper, Nori.
Yeah.
He said it on his show. I'm in Cali. I'm from New York. Ooh, I'm New York. You look to the left. You look to the right. Oh. Yeah, you from New York, but you in Cali.
Right.
So guess what New York means here?
Nada.
And that's what I always say. I say, yo, but y'all New Yorkers, even my man was a partner, my man, and we got along. It was cool, but his arrogance level was crazy. And I understand y'all, the ground zero for hip hop, no doubt. But we had, we was arguing the other day, like, yo, did you realize y'all motherfuckers didn't invent every fucking thing? Y'all didn't, man. Y'all did not, man.
Most things.
Listen, y'all did not. Some things we all could like.
All right. Now,
and we sit here, New York, Baltimore, DC. All our shit is right in line.
Yeah, y'all was outside.
DC was the New Balance capital. Air Force Ones, whatever the fuck y'all wore.
Well, first of all,
so it's like,
and
I'm sorry,
we're gonna get ready to move on.
The Timberlands in the middle of fucking
Timberlands
summer.
and Uptowns. Us.
A1 was us, yo.
Nah, man. We'll
All right, we over
debate
there.
that.
We'll debate this.
We'll debate that.
We on to the sports section.
Let's get into this sports.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk
we
about
can
this
run
sports.
through.
This shit's crazy.
It's getting fucking crazy. And y'all know I'm not a sports dude, but however, because of the show, I've had to get more into sports. Mostly football. But I guess because of the show, I just had to do the shit.
This is absolutely bananas. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm great. Click in. Then we in here. So
let's talk about the standings first, yo.
All right. So let me go over here. I'm gonna go into the standings. All right, standings. All right, here we go. The AFC East. We got the Bills at 4-1. They lost to the Giants yesterday.
No.
Who they
Oh
lost?
no.
They lost to the. All right, go for it. They lost yesterday.
Oh my God.
The Patriots. They lost to the Patriots. The Patriots won yesterday, sitting at 3-2. The Dolphins at 1-4. Tyreek Hill went down with a nasty knee injury. Praying for him. The Jets are the Jets. They 0-5. I mean, behind. I wish much success to my man up there, the quarterback. But it didn't happen this week. But they 0-5. The Steelers are sitting on top of our division of the AFC North at 3-1.
You the AFC West, nigga.
I'm coming out. I'm East. I'm getting there.
Oh,
I'm getting there. I'm on. So I'm in the AFC North.
All right.
The Steelers sitting on top of our division, 3-1. The Bengals are 2-3. The Ravens are 1-4, and the Browns are 1-4. Now I'll get back in a couple seconds. Just give you standards. The Colts in the AFC South are sitting 4-1 behind Danny Dimes, the ones the Giants got rid of. The Jaguars are sitting 3-1 behind the Sunshine Boy, Trevor Lawrence. The Texans are 2-3, sitting behind my man C.J. Stroud. I like black quarterbacks. I just got a thing like that. The Titans are 1-4, sitting behind Bryce Young. So everything is the Chargers behind the boy. But it's Justin Herbert. They sitting 3-2. The Broncos are 3-2 behind Penix. The Chiefs, of course, are 2-2, and we'll see tonight what's going to happen behind Mahomes. The Raiders, they believe they have Geno Smith, and they're sitting at 1-4. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts, they dropped one yesterday, 4-1. Commanders, Jaden is back, so they went 3-2. Hopefully the line holds up. The Cowboys behind Dak, 2-1. They got a tie in there. The Giants behind Russell or Dart. No, Jackson Dart got him at 1-1, but he lost yesterday. The Lions behind Jared Goff are 4-1. The Packers behind Love. The Vikings behind I gotta think about it. And the Bears behind Caleb are 2-2. The Bucks behind your boy. You know who that is. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I knew that.
Seahawks behind they swapped quarterbacks. I forget 3-2. The Rams have, of course, Matthew Stafford. Stafford. The Cardinals have the little fella.
Little fella.
Yeah, the little fella.
The
little fella. And they're 2-3. So let's talk about it.
Just fucking respectful, yo. That quarterback is just that little guy, that little fella.
So we're gonna talk about the Bills. The Bills dropped one yesterday. But let's be clear. I don't know how much you know about the Bills and how much you know about the Patriots, but the Bills really don't have a good defense. The defense is suspect. It's just that our defense was more suspect when we dropped it. The Patriots have a good defense, but their offense sputters at times. The Dolphins, I don't know if it's Tua or the lack of receiving on the back end. The defense is so-so. You know what I'm saying? The Jets, they just in a tailspin right there. I don't know. I wanted the dude to go up there and do good. Justin Fields, that's his name. And they're sitting at 0-5. So anybody want to make a comment about any of these 4 games on the AFC East? The AFC East, put them in. I'm glad to talk about it and do whatever we need to do.
So here's my thing.
Okay,
right?
what you need to know?
A lot of teams this year are in a rebuild. A lot of them are not sitting with teams that they had the same team for the past 3 years. So a lot of the teams are on a rebuild, which means they got to learn how each other plays.
Okay, let me say something to you about that. The rebuild teams. The Patriots are up and coming. They've been getting draft picks for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins, pretty much, they had Tyreek Hill. They had some real smoke down there, so they're not in the rebuild phase.
Who, the Dolphins?
Yeah, they're not in the rebuild.
No, the Dolphins should be doing better than what they're doing.
The Jets are. They got Justin Fields. I don't even know if it's a rebuild. I don't know what.
Anytime you change your quarterback, it's a rebuild.
I can't say that.
You don't think so?
I can't say that
because now you got to learn how to play. Like your offensive line, got to learn how your quarterback is actually going to play.
The Jets quarterback last year was Aaron Rodgers. He was trash. So, but now let's drop down to the Steelers. They got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he was trash, but he wasn't always trash.
No, but see, he was when he was. I think Aaron Rodgers is past his prime.
Yeah. A lot of them are past their prime.
I mean, but so the Steelers are sitting number one in our division right now. But when you look at who they played, and that's what I tell people, look at who they played. You can sometimes, like the Bills got one of the easiest schedules out here. They the motherfuckers don't even leave the East Coast. Everybody else travels. You feel what I'm saying?
They whole thing is East Coast this year?
Yeah. So the Steelers, look, they haven't even played the Bengals. They haven't played us. They haven't played the Browns. Division games are the worst games to play. Yeah. Because when you're supposed to go out and you think you're going to smoke a motherfucker, you take a L. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I tell everybody, as long as it's a division game, they get up for it. So you got the Bengals. They got $1 billion on the offensive side, not a damn thing on the offensive side.
You said
on the defensive side. You got the Ravens. We just suck. We just got mad injuries. We're not a good team right now. And I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying shit. I'm not jumping on the Ravens bad, but we're not a good team right now. And you got the Browns.
But y'all are.
We are, but you got.
But y'all also have a hard schedule.
Yeah, we got 13 Pro Bowlers missing.
Really?
None of our defense. The only person on our defense supposed to be on our defense was Wiggins yesterday. Only person on our offensive line that was on our offensive line is Lindenbaum, the center. Everybody else is hurt. So when you look at that, and that's no excuse to the mantra of the NFL, next man. So you go to the Browns. The Browns have I would love if we pull off and get Myles Garrett on our side. You know what I'm saying? That dude's a fucking beast. Yeah. And they have it, but they don't have consistency at QB. That's the problem. They got Gabriel. They got Shador and Gabriel. And now Joe Flacco's backing up Gabriel. Dog.
Okay. So it's Gabriel, then Flacco, and then Shador?
Yeah. And Shador's on the practice squad. They didn't even bring him up.
Get rid of fucking Flacco.
Well, Flacco
overrated.
I told him overpaid. He gonna show up sometime, and he showed up. So the Colts got Danny Downs and Anthony Richardson. Danny came from y'all. Just like Saquon went over to the Eagles and showed that Danny came to the Colts. They lost yesterday. Bad game. Give him one bad game. We don't know. He had one bad game. The Jaguars had Trevor Lawrence. They 3-1. He's been up and coming for a long time. They paid that motherfucker. So I guess he better produce. Texans have C.J. Stroud, which I like. I'm a partial to a black quarterback because it's hard for us to succeed in this league.
Yeah. They allow us to take more punishment than anybody else.
And Bryce Young.
Not that much I do know.
Bryce Young is a smaller size quarterback. I know before he got there, they traded away a lot of his talent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but he doesn't. You give him what he needs, or you give him. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this to y'all: if you draft a quarterback, your team has to be willing to put the team around him and adjust to what that quarterback's strengths are. That's where I think a lot of fall down is. You take a running quarterback or on the wing quarterback. I call on the wing quarterback, which is a scrambler, like one that you let them move around out of the pocket.
Right, but then they're not going forward. They're just going side to side.
Yeah, they're going side to side. But when you try to make him this pure pocket passer, that's when the pocket passer. Let me get this straight. Outside of Aaron Rodgers, maybe Danny Dimes, most dudes can get out in the wing. Even Mahomes, he can get out in the wing. He can get out in the scramble, hit you, and Mahomes kills you outside the pocket. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker makes something out of nothing. I ain't even gonna lie. But if you're not willing to invest in your quarterback when you draft him, you're doing yourself a disservice.
So a lot of these teams, right? They act as if, okay, so if I draft a good quarterback, he's supposed to whip the team in shape, lead the team, but if you got a line, okay, for example, when Brady left New England,
Right. Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Next, I don't know who he is.
He went to Tampa Bay.
No, I know where he went.
Okay.
But the next quarterback that came in and replaced him.
Who was that? Was that? I'm trying to think who came up at them. Did they bring in? I thought it was the black dude.
No, it definitely wasn't no black dude in Boston.
Yeah, no, they had a black quarterback for a hot minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Hot minute. Hot minute. Long enough for him.
Your boy went up there. Cam went to New England for a hot minute.
Yeah, he only should have been there for a hot minute. He definitely didn't fit in up there. Yeah.
So, and we figured out, and everybody knew this, that it was Tom, not the coach.
No, here's the thing. If the coach is coach, now don't get me wrong. When Tom left, they went to shit. They ain't had a good season since. But when so you got a quarterback who plays the pocket. Tom was there for years. You know what I'm saying? He plays the pocket, so that means defense knows all we got to do is Secret Service this motherfucker and give him some room to throw.
Right.
Now, you get another quarterback comes in, this nigga going left to right. So the fucking line is going, okay, no, we're known to do this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep you this.
So let me.
But now you over here, we can't fucking shift.
Let me break it down to you. And this is easy. I'm going to tell you that's how it is. So when Lamar got to the Ravens, when he took over for Joe, that was Joe's line.
Yep.
Joe ain't running no fucking way.
Right.
Boom.
Joe ain't running shit with his mouth.
So we played the Chargers the first time. Wore their ass out. You feel what I'm saying? Man, that's Joe's line. It's not agile. It's not used to Lamar scrambling. So the next time, they were like, shit, we're going to put all our speed on the field. On the other side of the defense. Stifle it. Lamar finally figured it out about the third quarter, but we was already
too far down
to come back. But that's what I'm talking about. But they knew. But that next year, they brought in the line. Agile, like if he's running, they agile out to go out there and seal it off this way, or seal it off that way, or whatever. Because without an agile line, you ain't got nothing. You don't need no hogs no more that sit there. Like Tom Brady paid his line well. Like he didn't take money because he needed these motherfuckers to keep him upright. So that's you dead on. You're dead on. You're right. You understand. If you got a pocket pass like Joe, we know Joe ain't running. No. You know some motherfuckers ain't running away. Like even Baker Mayfield, that motherfucker might get outside.
So Joe is where now? He's Cleveland.
Who's in Cleveland? He's back.
He's in Cleveland, right? Who was the quarterback for Cleveland before that? Before
it was him. Oh, before Baker Mayfield.
Okay. Now you got it.
Hell. Wait a minute. It was Baker Mayfield. It was the black dude from Florida.
The one that throws the ball. I think they call him the quarterback.
Fuck you, yo. Fuck you. Fuck
you.
He's in where's he at right now? He's backup for the Giants right now.
Who's backup for the Giants?
He's the backup in the Giants, right? He's behind Russell. He's in front of Russell. Russell on the bench. He's in front of Russell actually. Right now.
Russell's on the bench now? So Dart's out there.
Jackson Dart.
Let me tell you something about the Giants.
What?
They will never have a black man be the star of the team. That's why.
We know now because the one black man, he just suck ass.
That's why Saquon had to go. That's why Cruz had to go. They will never have anybody who's not white be the star of the team.
Let's break it down. I'm going to say it if nobody else said it and nobody else thought it. Remember, the NFL is owned by old white slave owners, except for a couple of teams like the Ravens and a couple of the younger dudes. I think the Jaguars, one of them, is owned by the Oil Indian dude. The Panthers. Everybody else, old slave money. And that's the way they see it. Like that's why we're not as liberal as the NBA. You know, the NBA, they're real liberal on how they roll.
Yeah.
No, they can protest, they can do it. But in the NFL, basically saying boy play football and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Nigga run. Nigga run. My bad.
They just they just don't put it out there all the way. But let's face the reality and the factuals about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Even on my job, I know on my job, I said we weren't born it, we were tolerated.
So Kentucky, right?
Okay.
They were going to. They were bidding for. What team was it? There was a football team they were trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now the money was there. Because Kentucky got that old tobacco money.
But it's old slave money too.
They pulled out of the bidding, and I think they let Houston. No, Houston used to have the Oilers.
It was the
Houston
Oilers
went to,
and what was it down there?
Where did Houston?
Houston became did the Carolina Houston
Panthers? I think it is.
Did the Carolina Panthers?
I think it's the Carolina Panthers. And Louisville, Kentucky, was getting ready to build them a stadium, all this stuff.
Tennessee Titans.
And the money was there.
Right.
They said, "Yo, we don't want none of that young money in this state."
Because it's liberal money.
You talking about a bunch of 20-somethings making millions of dollars with their parents hanging up their behind? They said, "We don't want it. We don't want it."
And that's why.
And you know what destroyed it for them? When the Mike Tyson fight came to Louisville. When Tyson fought in Louisville, and all these motherfuckers came through driving up in Ferraris and motherfucking, and they are showing their ass with their money. I walked past this hotel in Louisville called the Sealback high-end hotel. Stephon Marbury, all these dudes pull up, parking their Ferraris, Murcielagos, all that, parking them out in front of there, and they getting out, pants hanging off their behind, ball caps turned back, and that's when Kentucky was like, we don't need that. We want old money in this state.
Because old money is control money.
Yeah.
You can't control like the Mark Cubans or the bitch out. Like Mark Cuban speaks out about shit.
He does.
And I tell everybody, I was like, yo, with this old money is what's keeping us where we at right now.
Yeah.
They believe in slavery. You know what I'm saying? The Rockefellers.
Old money keeps their foot on your neck.
And that's what's going on in the White House right now. Not to make it political, but that's what we're dealing with right now. It's old money, and more money don't want to give up on new money because they fear they might lose their footing or something.
And they will. They will.
And
that's why.
How can you expect the oppressor to ever respect you?
No, they won't. The only thing they know is to try to keep oppressing. That's all. That's all they know. But getting back to sports, I mean, that has a lot to do with sports. Right. Let me ask you a question, though, right? If you had a team, like not had a team, but if you was on a team, right, you knew your capabilities, right? So let's say we take Steph Curry, for example. No, you know what? Let's take it a step further.
Or did you read the article? You might need to talk about it in a hot second.
Let's take LeBron James.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I know my capabilities. I know what I can do. But I know I can only do but so much without a supporting cast. Right. But I also know that the amount of money that I'm asking for is kind of locking up the books because they got a salary cap. So I'm locking up the books. You know what I'm saying? I might be able to get one more player, and that's it.
Okay.
Would you say it would be prudent for them to take a pay cut, right? To get the talent on the team. Whole team's doing good. Everybody's talking about y'all. Y'all make more money, go off the court.
Okay. I'm gonna break it down to you like this. So LeBron left Cleveland when he got drafted. Where he got drafted at. They would surround him with has-beens or dudes at the end of their career. He out there, he giving them 40, 45, 50 points a game.
And losing.
Same way with D-Wade. Same way with Jordan when he came to the league. Jordan was down there in Chicago, who could never get to the playoffs. Now, the money faction between Jordan and LeBron and all them is
astronomical. Yeah.
Because we all know that Jordan didn't start getting his money till his latter years, $25 million a year. Now you got motherfuckers making fucking 230 million guaranteed for 4 years.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I will say this: all of them play the sport to get that trophy.
Right. So here's the thing: why not take a money cut and when get more money on the trophy?
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So when LeBron went to Miami, D Wade, Chris Bosh, and him, everybody took a pay cut.
As you should.
And guess what they got?
A ring.
They get 1 or 2.
I think that's it.
They got 2 rings. So when it's all said and done, you got 2 rings. And I had the thing like, there's motherfuckers that's gonna come through, they're gonna get 5, 6 rings, and it is what the fuck it is. It's hard enough to get fucking 1.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Brady's, you got the George. All right, you got the ring. Ooh. You haven't. Let me ask you. And so you come through. You finish. You go from Miami to LA. Your team you always wanted to play for. You want the dudes. You giving up dudes to get there, but LA has never really surrounded him with the talent to get to the. But no, they got one in there. They got one with.
They got a ring
with my man. They traded. He got a ring, but I'm not so sure that the way the money's flowing nowadays, like, I need this dude. And I guess sometimes you don't want to be that dude. I need that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing was, I thought, you couldn't have told me Chris Paul wasn't going to end up with LeBron on the Lakers.
I would have thought so.
That would have been it. You get Chris Paul, you get him down there, you had, what's his name? Because Chris Paul can give you 30. No matter what.
So, you can't tell me, right? And I don't. Once again, I don't know this to be fact. I'm out of my realm. This sports is not my realm. However, Jordan definitely took a cut to get Pippen, Rodman. I'm
gonna stop you there because there was no cut for Jordan to take. It wasn't flowing like that back then. Remember, Pippen was his wingman.
Who the hell just Jordan?
Pippen was his wingman. He had Kukoc, he had Oakley, he had Paxson, he had Steve Kerr. He had Steve Kerr. What else he had? Arthur Brock. You had he had role players around him.
Right.
Rodman, when Rodman got there, that was his other role player. But Pippen was his showing up Batman and Robin.
Right. That was it. But so you had Batman and Robin, and then you had Rodman, who was the boards dude. You know what I'm saying?
He
straight boards.
Straight boards.
Beat the hell out the boards.
And I was like, wait a minute. If I'm not making a stick, I think LeBron had Ray Allen.
Yeah.
He had Ray Allen on the wing. And Ray, and everybody say Ray is a shooter. I was like, y'all don't know his skills. He could take you out the dribble. Take you out the dribble, cross you over, and take you to the hoop. He had a Ray Allen. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just gotta, it's like this, man. If you out to win something, and I'm thinking like the Tom Brady's, the Jordans, the Larry Birds, the team sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Baseball. Some motherfuckers, you got to, we can't afford to keep all y'all. What you gonna do? Especially Boston, New York. Y'all like to have
baseball
there's no salary cap.
Baseball, there's no salary cap.
But you think about it. I mean, you do what you got to do to remain in contention to see what you're gonna do. But you got teams. I mean, sometimes you got to ante up. But if you want that ring, you're gonna do what you got. That's my thing. But everybody don't see it that way. Because guess what? If I got a ring and there's some way to think, I already got a ring, yo, and they offer me a $400 million 7 years.
Let me ask you this, right? And I think you might have said this when we was having our debate between Jordan and LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Right? About Jordan and LeBron. If Jordan didn't have the supporting cast that he had, could he have done what he did?
No.
Right. But guess what? Because he had that supporting cast and he was able to do what he did, that motherfucker made more money off court than he made on court.
Yeah, because he only made $25 million a year.
And he was making $65 million off court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why not? The foundation has already been laid.
Right.
Somebody's already did it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do it? Why not take that all right, so I'm gonna take 25 million a year instead of 700 million over 3 years.
You know why? Because
everybody greedy.
Because see that little square right there? That little square right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we grew up at. Jordan came out of a decent house with decent parents. You see, come on now, think about it, yeah. Like when you listen to Shannon Sharp and them talking about it, 8 of them grew up in a fucking 3x3. It don't all time wrestle. And we all have different goals. Like we could say, be like, oh, I didn't come up hard. I don't think so. You know, we had food, you know, electricity. We had to share beds. We look at what. Look, I open the refrigerator with food in the bit. But when you come from nowhere, you want all your money.
Yeah, but you can have more money. You know what I'm saying?
But that ain't everybody's mentality. You understand? I get what you're saying. Listen, dog, I get it. I totally get it. Look here, like Tom gave back to his offensive line. Tom could have probably been the highest paid quarterback ever.
Hell yes.
But he gave back to that offensive line. Yo, y'all.
But guess what the fuck he had?
He got six
offensive
rings.
Seven rings. An offensive line. He had consistently
as
the offensive line.
So now, and you know, you look at quarterbacks around the league, they might all take a harder look at it. Do I need this 171 million? Or do I need you to go out and give me somebody to block for me so I can get this ring?
So football's a little different from basketball to me, right? Because all right, football endorsements. How many football players sneakers have you ever bought in your life?
Nigga, they cleats.
Bingo. Bingo.
But how many jerseys have you bought?
Basketballs.
How many jerseys?
Oh, jerseys a little different. Jerseys, you're right. So jerseys a little different. But because the football players are getting so shuffled around so much, I don't want to buy any new jerseys.
But you get with, like I got a Bernard. I buy for specific reasons. I have a Bernard Pollard. You know why I have a Bernard Pollard? Because that nigga hit. He caused the fumble in the suit, broke that nigga's ribs and his ribs.
Like for example,
and caused the fumble.
I got a Saquon Barkley
New York
Giants jersey.
Okay, it's legit.
Nah, this nigga wasn't there long enough to even be officially.
Is it yours?
Yeah, but he
is it yours, dog? It don't mean don't wear the motherfucker.
I know I still wear it because that's the only fucking jersey I got, and I paid a lot of money for my goddamn jersey. Fuck that shit. I'll take his name off the back of that shit first. I'll take his fucking name off the back of that bitch before I get rid of my goddamn jersey.
I got a Kevin McHale basketball jersey. I got a Jordan jersey. I got a big Chauncey Billups jersey. Yeah, I got all that shit. I got all that.
So from now on, like most of my jerseys going forward is gonna be like fucking Taylor.
It's what you like. I got a Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, it'll be a Lawrence Taylor joint. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I got a few of them. You know what I'm saying? But I
still
got my Ray Rice. You ain't telling me Ray Rice did Gus good.
No, so Ray Rice retired with the team though.
Yeah, he did. I got a Ray Rice jersey.
That's somebody you can play. He's no longer. You can rock his jersey.
I'm not gonna trip off him and his
Guess what?
Personal life.
He ain't getting traded to another team.
No,
he's done.
He was at Temple.
You know what I'm saying? He's done. That's his last team. He's finished.
I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not tripping off of it.
So basketball players though. All right. So let's say right. Give me if you had to put together a starting five from the entire NBA, starting five, who would it be?
All right, my starting five. See, when you start a starting five, first of all, remember Jordan only played one position.
Mm-hmm.
So you give me Jordan. Because I've already seen Kobe. Jordan is Kobe. Give me Jordan. Give me LeBron. Pure shooter. And this is because I'm an old school motherfucker. Give me Del Curry. Shit. Who can I come up? Damn it. Give me AI. Run the point. Give me Shaq as the big man. And I think Ray Allen played the 2 and a 3 or 3 and a 4. Which one did he play?
Yeah, what you just said.
I don't know. So that's my starting five.
But okay, so boom, right?
But it ain't enough balls to go around.
Starting five, right? 5. Let's say they all take $25 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's $125 million.
Mm-hmm.
Team ain't hurting. They can still get a decent bench off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What's left? They can still get a decent bench. It's not going to be a starting 5 bench, but it's still going to be a decent bench. So that if this one person sits down while he catches his win, you know what I'm saying? The next person coming in gonna fuck up the whole team. You know what I'm saying? A decent bench.
Yeah, right.
They're all making okay money. $25 million a year. Now I know there's a lot of people who pay off that $25 million.
But you know the taxes don't say 25, say 10, taxes, say 12.
Say 12, and then you got to pay some people off of that. All right. And then you got your boys that hang around with you and all that shit. First of all, stop having so many boys hang around with you. I got enough boys on the goddamn team to hang around with. But anyway, nevertheless. Now, off court, if you take that starting 5, first of all, because they're going to be dominating the league.
One other side.
Because they're going to be dominating the league,
the endorsements are going to take care of it.
They're going to get hella fucking endorsements. They are going to be endorsed out the ass like a stripper.
Okay. Listen to what I'm saying. It sounds good to us, bro. Because we're sitting here with, I got like, ain't got $1 million in the bank.
Man, listen.
I ain't looking at the bank account and be like, look at them zeros.
Right.
I can't tell that to a motherfucker that's coming from the dirt. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom. We are in no way coming from the bottom.
Now, I don't know. Maybe if I had that kind of money, maybe I might look at things a little differently. I don't know.
We don't know
because I came from the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't. Yeah,
dirtish.
Motherfucker,
not full blown dirt.
No, motherfucker, you didn't.
My foot.
You chose your path because you chose to do it. You didn't have to.
My foot graced.
Stop! No, motherfucker. No, you're not gonna do it. Not even. No, motherfucker. You chose that.
Now I wasn't project.
You chose it.
That. You know what I'm saying? I chose.
You chose it, right?
I chose some things a little bit differently.
Yes, you didn't have to.
At the same time,
did your father give you options?
He did.
Did your mom give you options? You didn't come from the dirt. Shut up.
I had options.
I had options. When you make options to go out and jump in the dirt, it's a different rhythm.
Yeah.
That's a different look. I'm sorry,
but
bro.
If somebody said to me, yo, look, I can give you $65 million per year.
You know what I want you to play right now? I want to hear that shit either. Play Love's Gonna Get You. That's the prime example.
I'll give you $65 million per year, but you will never get a ring. Or I'll give you $12 million.
You got motherfuckers out here that they got a ring.
So you could Picasso your whole motherfucking team. And y'all get a ring every year. Think about it. Think about this.
No, I'm not. Because guess what? There's so many players in the NBA and the NFL and hockey and whatever that don't have rings, but they got dumb money. And guess what? Okay, I'm good with that. I had a good career. That ring might have been the pinnacle, but it ain't the end all, the be all. I tell you right, motherfucker. Carmelo Anthony was a hell of a basketball player. And guess what? He don't have a ring. Charles Barkley was a hell of a basketball player. Guess what? He don't have a ring. Dan Marino was a hell of a quarterback. Guess what the fuck he don't have? A ring. Drew Brees was a hell of a quarterback. Guess what he the fuck don't have? A fucking ring. Fucking listen, dog. Nah, I don't give a fuck.
When you look at Jordan, and I'm always going to lean back on
Jordan. Have exceptions to the rule.
I think he was the most intelligent player to ever play the game.
I don't think so. I think LeBron is.
You think so?
His basketball IQ is dumb.
Basketball.
And he can play.
I'm not talking about basketball IQ. I'm talking about just.
Yo, how can you say Jordan when LeBron this nigga's a billionaire as a basketball player? The fuck?
You think if LeBron stopped playing? Let's give Jordan's been out the game for how long?
30 years, shit.
Probably give or take.
You think LeBron is going to lose any money when he retires?
You think LeBron's going to have Jordan money after he retired?
Yeah.
If he did, he would have retired already.
He's the love of the game. LeBron's going to be fine. His investment's going to keep him on Jordan level.
Who got better investment than
And
Jordan?
don't forget, we got dudes out there that's billionaires. That what's the dude name that own the car dealerships?
But
Jamal Mashburn.
It's different money. It's
Come
different
on,
money.
dog.
Different
You
money.
don't lose billionaire money.
Different money. Different money.
Look, Jay-Z didn't play basketball, but he got billionaire money, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Either you're slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
Well, listen, bro. We're not gonna sit here and do that to LeBron, yo.
No,
Magic got money, don't he?
If Magic
Shaq
mm-hmm.
is doing fine at the basketball, ain't he?
You talking about? You just mentioned two people who got rings.
What makes you think What makes you think LeBron ain't gonna? LeBron got rings.
He do. However,
what?
Jordan's money right now is residual income. Now I don't know about what LeBron. Let me take some things back because I don't want to be an intentional LeBron hater.
It sounds
just
like
to be a fucking. LeBron
it sounds
hater.
like you're a sponge.
I actually don't have a problem with.
Yeah,
LeBron.
it sounds like you do.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm not saying the only problem I got with LeBron, but I don't really have a problem with LeBron. The dude is a fucking beast business wise, and yes, he is. Not only did he set himself up, but he set up himself and his closest friends, which a lot of dudes don't get to do realistically because you take knuckleheads with you.
Well, so go with what you about to say with this bullshit because I know it's a but.
No, there's no but. There's no but. That's a retract. Braun made all of the fucking moves that he needed to make, and if you can't tell me, I don't think LeBron would tell me that he didn't look at what Jordan did and said, you know what, I need to position myself in the best way.
Kobe would have been a billionaire. He's probably close to it now that he's passed away.
Yeah. Kobe still make more than me, and he ain't living no more. You know what I'm saying? So let that sink in for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching a short documentary about Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. And the topic of the documentary was the only headache that Jordan got, right? And I was like, kind of fucking headache could this nigga have? You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga wake up,
probably
go to sleep.
Probably the Detroit Pistons.
No. His biggest headache is he got too much money. That nigga he makes automatic, no matter what, he gets $300 million a year in residual income from Nike.
Okay, right.
So in 2025, I guess Nike did better last year, so he gets a bonus based on that. So instead of $300 million, you got $340 million this year. When what do they call it? It's not residual. It's
kickbacks.
No, it's it'll come to me. So every year they have their where they pay out their the money. Fuck is it called? So this year he got $340 million.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't even touched the $300 million from last year.
He owned the race car team. Yo, anybody that can afford to give your wife $640 million to recoup it the same year is on another planet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His first wife, $600.
Yeah, first wife,
and recouped it the same year. That's a level of money, but trust and believe, yo. LeBron's business acumen is right there with Shaq's and Magic and Jamal Mashburn.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna lose no money.
Yeah. I'll definitely say that.
He ain't gonna.
I'll agree with you.
He's gonna be on.
And let me put this out, totally out there, yo. I am not a LeBron hater, yo. I say it because it's the fun thing to say to stir the pot. I am not a LeBron hater. I think that black man has done incredible things in his whole career. Do I think it's time for him to sit the hell down? Absolutely. If that's the only part of LeBron hating you're going to get out of me, it's time to sit the hell down, bro. Chill, son. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Sit the hell down.
So I'm going to make one last statement. And we're going to get out of here because we're over time. Stop comparing LeBron to Magic and Jordan, Kobe and Jordan. You should have always been comparing them to Magic. Neither one of those two we compared to played all 5 positions. Neither one. Neither.
I guess you're right.
Neither one.
I guess you're right.
Do that. You know what I'm saying? He took Magic's position and revolutionized it because you got to do 6'10", 270, run the court, dribble, pass, shoot, and everything. Magic was the only one that you saw come through that motherfucker that size and do that type shit.
No, you know what? I'll agree with you there. I'll agree with you there. We gonna cut out.
So we're gonna cut out right now. We'll be on. We won't be back next week.
We're gonna miss y'all next week.
We'll be on a brief vacation hiatus.
Maybe we'll miss y'all next week.
Oh, we might shoot one up for the phones. We can do the phones up and come up live. We bring Keith in.
We might do something. You might be out there. We possibly. You might get us next.
You might get us early Sunday, early Monday morning.
Yeah.
We might jump out there, but
we might do that.
Y'all be safe. Enjoy your week.
Be easy. Be careful.
And remember, pay attention and do research.
Yeah, all the time. Later, people.
Peace.